Good morning, you guys. This seatbelt likes to lock up on me. Alright, today is Friday morning, the 21st of June. We are in the LA area on southbound 405 freeway. Got LAX right up the road here. Getting really close to there, and Inglewood area. Inglewood. Yeah, where the Lakers used to play back in the day, and where the Rams are at now. I don't remember the Chargers are there now also, or are the Chargers still at the Coliseum? I forget. I don't know. I know the Rams ended up moving over here to SoFi Stadium though. Alright, anyway, we are on our way to pick up a load at General Mills in Carson. Carson is just on the south side of of Compton. And speaking of Compton, those of you guys who do reefer freight might recognize a familiar place in Compton known as the Ralph's Distribution Center. Okay, so the customer we're going to is a very short distance south of that Ralph's DC. We're going to use that same exit. As you see right now, okay. I was going to take the 105 across to 710. I see a delay over there, but it looks like it might be on the westbound side. And there was an option, like similar ETA, but it's no longer there, so it makes me wonder if there are delays on that route that I might want to stay on the shown route there for. So, alright, that's what's going on there. I have been to this customer before a couple of times. I don't remember going there any more than maybe a couple times. I think once with Cedar England and once with JCT. I could be wrong though. Last time I was there, I remembered because there was a younger girl in the guard shack. It seemed like she was more interested in carrying on her video chat conversation with her mom than she was in doing her job. So I'm hoping I don't have that experience today. But I'm gonna tell you, if I catch it, I'm gonna report it. It's like, you're there to do a freaking job. I don't care if you want to end up chit-chatting with your mom, but or watching YouTube videos or whatever the hell you're doing, but when work needs to be done, you do the damn work. You tell that person on the other end, hey, I gotta do my job, give me a second. Alright, so that's my advice for those of you guys who work in that kind of work. But anyway, alright, so let's get on to something else here. I'm going to talk about something that a lot of you guys who watch my channel might probably relate to in some way, and another number of you guys probably can't relate to now, but you probably will at some point in time in your lives. Alright, here's the 105 freeway right here. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if it's slow on both sides or look like it's mainly the westbound side. Yeah, and we're passing right by LAX right now. So anyway, what we're going to talk about is that moment when you realize you're not so young anymore. If you're my age, you've probably had a few of those moments by now. If you're in your 20s, probably not. Then again, I don't know. It's and I guess even if you're in your early 20s, you might still have that experience because you know, like, hey, you're not in high school anymore. You know, it'd be kind of creepy if you were to be hooking up as an adult with like freshmen or sophomores in high school or something, even juniors or whatever. Like, what are you doing with underage people? Now you're a freaking creep. So I guess that would be one way to look at it, is your first experience with You're Not So Young Anymore? My first real experience, I was in, because I've always been a young at heart type of guy, you know, fun loving, and you know, even though I'm a very serious overall type of guy. I'm one of those where you would call work hard, play hard type of guys, and I do like to play, or you know, and I do like to be funny and like my share of comedy, even though I might not come across as that. People who don't know the real me don't tend to always see that. From day to day, though, you might, if you have a lot closer connection to me, you might notice it more. I always gotta watch out for people darting out from behind me when I change lanes. Okay, 6.1 miles away. All right, so that first experience I ever had, where I started realizing, man, I'm not so young anymore. I was in the Air Force. I was a full-time reservist. I was on a deployment to Guam. I was age 35. I want to say this was, 2009? Yeah, I want to say 2009. And I'm on base at the Consolidated Club. Now, if those of you guys who are not military, Consolidated, so back in the day, a lot of military bases, they had one club for commissioned officers, commissioned and or warrant officers, and then another club for NCOs. You know, enlisted people. Consolidated Club is more of a kind of a combination where it's you know, it's not really rank specific. Anyway, we're there on, I think we're having like Taco Tuesday or whatever it is there at the club there on base, and I'm with a bunch of guys from my unit. We're all just having a couple drinks and tacos and stuff. And I started realizing most of the people there that are not part of my unit were all like barely like 18 and 19-year-olds, something around that point, and started realizing, holy shit, these people are literally half my age. They're almost literally half my age, and I was like, I mean, in some ways, I kind of relate to that, because time flies the older you get, and sometimes I just think like it's hard to picture me not being that age anymore at times. But yeah, then you start seeing them, like, I can't relate to these guys. They look so young and innocent. I don't know. Maybe not so innocent. Some of them. But yeah, that was my first realization that I'm not so young anymore. Another one, when I first got to March, a reserve base, and I started working there with people, I was about 25. Yeah. Okay, so one of the guys I worked with there was a Vietnam vet. I wasn't born until 1973, guys, late 1973. And you know, and Vietnam War, America's involvement in it started in 1965, I think it was. So there I am working with a guy who was already enlisted before I was even born. And yeah, and there were, he wasn't the only one either. There were a few other guys there who were, you know, already serving before I was even born, and they were still serving then. And you know, they were telling me like, man, I don't, it made me feel so old. You weren't even born when I enlisted or something. And you know, and I get it, because I ended up making it to retirement age. At age 41. And my last year there, I would say, around that time, we had just started getting people in my flight. Not in my shop, but my flight. So my shop, I had about, about a dozen or so people in the shop. And my flight, it has 3 shops. So you guys know I was an aircraft mechanic. I was in a shop that specialized in landing gear and flight controls. I was a crew chief by trade, which is basically we do everything. Yeah, they're the ones that launch the airplanes out on the flight line. They're basically what you call a jack of all trades and a master of none. But anyway, by trade I'm that. But I was in a specialty shop that worked specifically on flight controls, landing gear, and actuated doors. The other two shops did scheduled maintenance, basically scheduled inspections on the airplanes. One of the shops worked on a KC-135, the other shop worked on the C-17, and I worked hand in hand with those two shops regularly. But anyway, yeah, we started getting guys in the shop there my last year who were born after, just after I enlisted in 1995. And I was like, holy shit, man. And I still remember my first day in boot camp like it was nothing. And I still remember a whole bunch of details about my experiences with boot camp or basic training, like it just happened yesterday. So it's hard to fathom. Hey, you got a guy here, one or two guys here in the flight, not my shop, but the flight, who weren't even born the day I went to basic training. Man, that is just a trip. I'll tell you that. Some of you guys who are my age group, I don't know, put it in the comments section. What are some of your experiences with that? And if you're young, if you're on the younger side, like just getting your CDL or something, or, not everybody just getting their CDL is young. There are a lot of people who get their CDLs that are age 40 plus. But, shit. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're clear. I had to make sure, because I was about ready to miss my exit because I got target fixation. Wouldn't have been a big deal. I could have just gotten on the northbound 110 or something and then get over onto the 91. But we'll go this way. Okay. I see you, dude. Yeah, I can't see for shit now. And I can't really use a visor because of my height. I sit with the chair most of the way up and all the way back. Or most all the way back. And if I have the visor down, I can't see the road. And you can't see me either because the visor will actually block that camera. Alright, okay. Where's the limit? Oh, okay. I was like, I had to, with the sun glaring in, I can't even see where the limit line is for a minute there. I saw that intersection right there and was like, I hope I wasn't going to overshoot it, thinking that it might have been back there by that cross street we just passed, but that's when I finally saw the limit line way up here. Let me get zoomed in again. Alright, yeah. I was going to end up on this street anyway because even if I took the 91, I would either take Wilmington Avenue or the one just on this side of Wilmington. I always forget the name of it. And what are you doing, dude? You got a green light there, right? What are you waiting for? A different shade of green? Oh. Alright. He's probably like, shut up, asshole. I see you laughing at me. Fucker. Oh, man. Alright, let me get zoomed in again here. Alright, yeah, Central. That's the one that's the exit right before Wilmington. I forgot about that. Alright, so yeah, if you guys are younger, What are some of the experiences you've had that you're not nearly as old as you might feel like you are at times? Or, I don't know, maybe you might have had an experience or two where you actually feel like you're older or something. Who knows? You know, I know one of my more youthful experiences involves parenting. You know, I didn't have my first child until I was age 32 or so. I think 32. Yeah. And, you know, and most of the people I went to school with were having kids right out of high school, or, you know, some of them while they were still in high school. But, you know, like, yeah, I think my first experience was, man, this is crazy. Some of my classmates, they would be posting on their Facebook that their child or children are graduating from high school or actually going into college, or, you know, and then later on, yeah, my child just graduated from college with a bachelor. Are you freaking serious? And I didn't even have any kids yet. I hadn't even started to have kids yet, or maybe, well, actually, by then, yeah, I had kids, but mine were too young. And it was kind of surreal thinking that my friends all have kids that are already grown adults now, and here I am, still experiencing younger parent life, or whatever you want to call it. Pretty crazy. Alrighty, Cal State Dominguez Hills coming not far away. Alright, Avalon Boulevard here. Remember that one? Yeah, this is an arterial too. I know I can get on 91 from right there. Okay, 1 mile. Alright, so General Mills. I don't remember what they send out right there. I know General Mills I usually associate with cereal though, but it's been a while since I've been there. Last time I was there, I think might have been in 2019 or something. I've only been there one time with JCT, and it was right after I had a surgery. I remember that trip too. I took it up to Tacoma area, Washington, and this bus is getting ready to pull away. I think. No? It looked like they were going to. Alright, so anyway, yeah, I took it up to the Tacoma area. Now, one thing about JCT, even though JCT doesn't exist anymore, is I-5 in between Sacramento and, we'll just say, Portland, is like a black hole for JCT freight. We just don't do shit up there in that area. You know, do plenty on the way up to Sacramento, but once you get north of Sacramento, you just don't find us. And I was with Sierra England, yeah, we were there a lot. And Scotty, I know you were up there all kinds as well, with Ashley and, well, Wilson, until Wilson got picked up by Ashley. But anyway, yeah, I remember the load going up that way. I just had surgery on my hand, my right middle finger, and I couldn't get it wet. And I remember, don't freaking turning red on me that quickly, you shithead. Okay, now I can turn on this street, this first street up here, but I know that's, yeah, but I know I'm gonna need to enter from the south side. What we're gonna end up doing is turn on that second street up here, and then we'll just stop in the median. We'll just park in the center divider on the center turn lane for a bit, because we're here a little early. I left Lancaster a little earlier than needed because I had to anticipate possibly having traffic delays. I had a few traffic delays, but not nearly to the extent that I expected. The only real traffic delays I even had was on the 14 freeway coming down from Lancaster to Santa Clarita. Go figure. Alright, let me go ahead and I'm going to park right here because right there in that curve, see that driveway right there, literally right in front of us? That's where we're going to be coming in to check in. But we're a little early though, so I'm going to go ahead and stop right here. We'll send my arrival. And all right, so when we're done checking in and all that, once we're actually checked in, we'll have some more here. All right, okay, guys, we're checked in here. They don't have someone in the guard shack anymore. What you do, there's a intercom thing there you hit, and let me get. Okay, we're gonna dock in at door 25. Oh, it's this first one right here. And this England has a these got sliding doors, so let me get my doors open. Another hearse spot down there. Okay, when you come in the driveway, there are signs there that'll tell you if you're delivering to use the right lane, and if you're picking up to use the left lane. This is a one-way yard, basically. Alright, looks like we're doing just fine there. I almost think there's only one lane over here, but I mean, as close as it is to the side of the building, my mind's telling me there's only one, but I know there's two. Come on, get back over there. Didn't get the drive tires over there quite fast enough. Actually, this works. Quite ricochet. Okay, so from here it's just a matter of my HOS info couldn't be loaded. You better do it. You better freaking let me see it. Oh, it's offline, that's why. Alright, so I said just go to the office for my paperwork, so I guess that means just wait here. Wait here in the dock door, and then when the bills are, when the light turns green again or whatever, then I can go pick my bills up. Alright guys, we're done loading here. So just wait for the green light. And then once you get the green light, you can dock out, get load locks in and all that shit, and then from there I'm just gonna come up here. Come on, I didn't want to get up to 5 miles an hour. Okay, I'll come up to the stop sign up here by where the yard mule's at. Is that a scale right there? I thought I was going to have to use the cat scale up in Vernon, but that looks like a scale right there. I don't remember that. Outbound trucks, right lane. I don't know. Is that a scale or it's either a scale or it's got to be a scale. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if there's a... I don't know how to tell if... Oh, there's an indicator up there, okay. Getting like 10.6-ish. That's not a very accurate reading, unless it's a light load. And I'm expecting it to be on the heavy side there. Okay, 31.4 something. Let's check the tandems. Yeah, we're looking good. It's a little bit over 33,000. So we should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to come on up here, and we'll stop and go get our bills, and we'll get out of here. Alrighty guys, let me get this in do not disturb mode first so I don't get interrupted by spam calls or by other people who are legitimately calling me. Alright, we are done loading and got bills and all that kind of stuff. What's with the cones and shit here in the center lane? That's weird. Oh, I guess they're doing that to keep trucks from parking in that little section right there. Because as you see here, and what you saw earlier when I first got here, I parked right in the center lane, and you see a few other trucks parked in the center lane right now as well. You don't want to be parked overnight here. Generally, be here no more than a couple of hours before you move somewhere, because Carson PD could kick you out of here or ticket you, whatever, if you're here for longer than that. If it's anything more than 2 hours, you're not just here to load or unload. You're there to park. So that's kind of how it tends to work. Alright, so where is this load going to? It is going to Layton, Utah, to the Kroger facility up there. Now, I've not personally been to it before, but I'm familiar with it. I have friends who've been there a number of times. In fact, I used to when I ran Walmart Dedicated with here England, I used to regularly deliver to the Sam's Club store right down the street from there. So, yeah, I have a pretty good idea about the area there. It's not due until tomorrow night at 10. So, let's see, 727 miles out. Really, I could get anywhere past Barstow and be good. I plan to run further than that, but yeah, ideally when I get past Barstow anywhere, and then my next shift I can run it all the way up there without any issues. I do have another pre-plan that follows it, because I do have a couple more medical appointments coming up on the 27th and 28th. So I'm doing a couple of basically what I would call pissant loads. Now, we have a lot of drivers complaining about not getting miles. They're getting a lot of these shorter routes. Come on. Accelerate, shithead. I don't really get those loads so much myself. I mean, I can't say I don't get them, but I don't get them nearly as often as apparently other drivers do. You guys can see from my vlog history that most of the time I'm getting loads that have a decent number of miles on them, 1,500 plus miles. So I can't complain. And even I think someone actually did ask that question in the comment section of a video recently too. I don't remember if it was on my Clips channel or my main channel, but yeah, to answer your question, I'm not having any issues with miles. Even with time off requests for appointments or my dad's situation, when I wasn't, when he was still alive, and then when having to come back again for his for the memorial for him and all that, I'm still getting decent enough miles. Yeah, about 11,000 a month or so. It's not great, but it's definitely not bad at all. Anything north of 10,000 and I'm a happy camper. And yeah, but normally I tend to run at 12,000-ish per month, somewhere in that ballpark. So 11,000 is really nothing to complain about, especially given the challenging time I'm giving my DM, or my DL as we call him now, keeping me moving and not getting me home like so early that I end up sitting for a couple extra days not running until I get to my real time off. She's done a fantastic job of keeping me moving. Actually, her and the planners have all done a fantastic job of keeping me rolling right up until it's time to take that time off. Even that last time off there, I delivered in the morning and had my medical appointment the very next day. The same afternoon. And I even pushed back my dental appointment on that day to a couple hours later, just in case I had an issue. But then it turned out I was able to go ahead and stick with my original appointment time, and it actually helped the dentist out too, because that's what they were wanting. So yeah, no complaints there. My DM's been doing a fantastic job. So yeah, as far as I can tell. Now I'm going to tell you her name, so you guys, so she gets her due recognition. Her name is Tasman Weeds. She goes by Taz for short. I don't know how long she's been with her Spock/JCT. She's in Sepulpa, and she hasn't been a regular DM there for that long, so I don't know. That's whether she was doing other stuff with the company prior to that, like, you know, a weekend type of dispatch or some other crap, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely throw a shout out to her. I'm definitely appreciate what she's done for me. So, and I seem to work very well with her as well. Great communication too. I can hardly ask for better as far as that dynamic's concerned between me and my DM. So big kudos there to her. Alright, so we're getting on the 710 North. I'm going to eventually work my way over to I'm going to do my normal routine probably. Basically go up to the 60 East, then take 60 East over to 605 North, 605 North to 210 East, and then once I get to I-15, it's straight up I-15 all the way to Utah, all the way up to that customer. Let's see if I can get slid over, because I assume this cement truck wants over. Not a huge likelihood he's going to want to get off at Alondra, but never know. Okay, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, alright? You guys, like I said, I do have a pre-plan that follows this one already. I already know exactly where I'm picking up and delivering after I get done with this load. But yeah, I'll talk about that later when we go make our delivery in Layton, okay? Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys.